So these are some of the doodles I sent out on Twitter recently. Tiny cat person, cartoonish doodles. Just an idea I had because my cat was being annoying as usual, but that's like, an example. And I've got a page here that's almost blank, just one little doodle, one more cat person thingy I sent out on Twitter. Let's see if I can get this to focus properly. Having camera problems. There we go. So nothing big, just tiny stuff like that is what I'm doing. Hi, Welchie. So what I intend to do today is just I've got some Christmas music on in my headphones, and I'm drawing ideas for Christmas cards because I thought that would be fun. I can feel now I need to put on my glasses. You, of course, are going to have to live through the bad lighting, and I'm trying to keep an eye out to make sure that it's mainly in focus what I'm doing. Had to turn up the contrasting quite a bit to make sure that this was even visible. So here we go. What I usually do is I just, for instance, put on some Christmas music or something like that, and then I just start drawing the shape that's going to be the head. I'm going for some really simple drawings, and let's see. There's different Christmas traditions in all countries, also about what characters are included in Christmas. Like in the US, I've noticed they've got Santa's elves. That's a little bit weird, but that's the tradition they have. In Denmark, we have Nisser, and it's the historic part of it is it stems back from ancestral worship, you can say, in some way. It's an old tradition, Nisse. The Nisse is, people notice that when people grow old, they grow smaller and smaller. And in theory, if you grew really, really, really old, like an ancestor from way back when, you would be really, really tiny. And the tradition was that with each farm, one of these creatures lived there, and it followed the farm because it was someone who originally owned the farm back when it was built, and you had to please this creature. So every winter solstice, you would bring it offerings, your best meat or something like that, and then as Christianity came in, we kind of changed the tradition to make them like Santa's little helpers instead. But originally, and also now, they have like a story of being mischievous. Mischievous, I have no idea if I pronounced that right. But little creatures, so they can either, if you're good and take good care of your surroundings and make sure that you bring them their offerings. By now, the offerings are rice pudding, usually. If you're good and bring them their offerings, they will make sure that you have a good Christmas. But if you're bad and don't take care of your surroundings and don't bring them their offerings, they will make a lot of trouble for you. So that's like the Christmas tradition behind these. So as Christmas decorations, we have these tiny creatures. They have, like today in modern tradition, they have a hat a bit like Santa's hat, but they don't necessarily have a beard or old. Often for some reason they have like old style striped clothing. Hi, Dark Winter Dreams. Hi, Binky. Welcome to me ranting and drawing. Uh, so, in decoration, we have like a tradition of making these paper cutouts of these tiny creatures hanging around and sticking them up in like picture frames and stuff like that. Often they'll be look like they're dressed in like a traditional Danish folk dancing costume, or in something that looks a little bit like a sailor's outfit. So when I draw stuff like this, I just, start out with the head and, see what comes out of this. I have no idea what this dude is doing yet. Oh, Udi is hosting me. Thank you, Udi. This auto-host thing isn't half bad, actually. Udi is the leader of the Zen stream team. I'm pretty sure they're the ones I have in my headline at the moment. I have to remember to do some streams for Team Human as well. I think I'll do a sim stream at some point for Team Human, because a lot of the people in the city is Team Human, so, or Fleet, or, well, whatever. So let's see. He could either be dancing or, I don't know, doing something mischievous. I'll have to think about that a little bit. I'll drink some coffee. It's a Slytherin mug today. I think that there's an O missing. So this is my elf. And since he's supposed to be really, really tiny, he could actually be putting up decorations. So I think, let's see, I'll let him be holding something here. I think one of those glass ornaments, one of those classic ones, just to kind of show off his size. So I'm going to oversize this quite a bit. There's that like weird little metal cap that's always on it. And then the trick is to do something that is just vaguely circular. Oh, no, it could be even better. I could make it like Christmas lights. I think I'll make it Christmas lights. So he'll be like, has a chain of Christmas lights for some reason. Then one can be like a glass bowl, and the next can be like a heart. It's kind of cutesy, but that's okay for a Christmas thingy. I could be like, oh, I'm all hip and anti-Christmassy and stuff like that, but really I'm not. Just ask the boyfriend, he complains about it. He says I have to get some hooks up in the ceiling, so it's easier for me to just put it up, so there's not so much fuss about it. So I'm like, yeah, great idea. And I can put up stuff other times of year as well. So that's one. I think that's kind of circular. And then let's put in a wire thingy. There's always these wires. They're always kind of crooked like. Oh, room to draw. Well, it's one of those habits I've never been able to kick, whether I've had room for it or not. But of course, the end result suffers if you don't have any place to store it. So you need some room. What was I saying? This one, a heart. So that's like, let it pass over his hand there. Yeah. Right now I'm hearing Frosty the Snowman in my headphones, and my head is picturing snowmen, so maybe a snowman ornament. And he'll be balancing on the branch of a Christmas tree, I think. See, now I figured out what he was doing. Didn't even know that at the beginning, so yeah, a bit like a sailor, something like that. So not perfect, but proportions might not be perfect, but it's a beginning. Well, I think lore around, I love lore, both about, well, fairy tale creatures all in all. I don't care if it's monsters or the good kind. I think it's interesting what a lot of the things that's like folk tales today was part of original religions in our areas, but different changes in religion and have changed the outlook on this. That it really isn't half bad. This, if I make this into like, I was gonna make this into, well, in old times that would be like, well, I'm gonna do like an old style or fancy style glow light here. I've seen this, they sell these old style light bulbs today as a fancy thing. That's kind of funny. I have to figure out whether I want something more here. I could have like another person interacting. Let's see. This was like the idea, he's like standing on, you know, the branch of like Christmas tree thingy, like that. So I have to decide whether he's a good one or a bad one. Is he doing something mischievous with this one, or is he just kind of putting ornaments on the tree? Hi Karen, welcome to the stream. No, Nightbot is like something we're working on. Haven't been streaming for that many times, so my dear mods are kind of working on everything a little bit at a time as the issues arise, doing our best. Mischievous. Yeah. Let's see. Who's he teasing or doing something? There has to be someone here. So... Well, all this Christmas music in the background is making me kind of, well, it's nice. I mean, I can tell you what playlist I basically just went into YouTube and wrote Christmas songs and grabbed the first playlist, like a 4-hour playlist, just to have something to accompany this. So why is he running around with this one? If he isn't decorating, is he really? Let's see. He could be like whirling this like it was like a lasso thingy. Like that. And then trying to, let's see if he's really looking that way. There could be someone up here, further up the Christmas tree, that he's trying to catch with that one. Someone who isn't looking or something. Hi Nick, welcome. Yeah, we've got a little bit of frost at night here as well, but we had like that one bout of snow in November where we had like it was like humid enough and cold enough to get like a little bit of snow in the beginning of November, but besides that, it was actually it's so funny because it was actually the night of the American election. That's like the one snowfall we've had so far. It was a cold, cold night. So let's see if this is like let's see. Oh, going to college. Nice. It's been a while since I went to college, but my niece is just she's moving into to a dorm here the 15th of December, so I'm really looking forward to hearing all her stories, see how much trouble she's going to get into. I'm like not a parent, I'm just the aunt, so I don't have to worry too much, and she's pretty sensible. I mean, she's basically going to study rocket science, so I guess she's kind of clever. Hi, Candy. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Candy. Candy Gambler. See Randy Gamble. So if I ask what name you prefer, are you going to go with the classic, whichever one you choose? And so, or do you actually prefer one of your many names? See Randy, Candy Gambler. I need an idea for what he's going to catch. Well, let's just keep on drawing this. Maybe something will show. Let's see. Well, Candy Gambler is easy to remember, so it's a good name. Well, studying, and if you have like a job next to it to get some extra funds, it's pretty tough. My niece, she's like moving out from home for the first time, so so she sees it as quite an adventure because it's like first time away from home as well. I mean, she's been on abroad not abroad. She's been around Europe during the year she had between finishing. I don't know what you call it. We have like after ninth grade, you go to like 3 years. We call it gymnasium, but it's not like gym, you know. It's just like the preschool for university. After that, you go either to university or go become a teacher or something like that. I think I'm gonna draw a bit on this light bulb thingy while I'm figuring out what it's trying to catch. See if I can't make something of that while I'm doing this. Let's see, how did I do that? I have this one. So if I'm like, there's a branch going through this one, kinda, sorta. Of course, if I want to do this like into a Christmas card, I'd grab this one either with my camera or my scanner, and then, you know, grab it, throw it into my GIMP, and start editing it in there as well. Candy cane gambler. Yeah, it's like the holiday candy cane gambler. That's cute. Well, you get the best of it that you can, Karen. That's like what you do. It's more like when you're older and you get all nostalgic, you kind of remember back to when you were studying, and you kind of often forget a lot of the hard times you had while you were doing it. So, uh, everything is like a pretty black and white movie when you look back on it. So what are you have any filming projects already planned for now, Karen? Oh, soap opera. Live TV studio. Well, it does sound like some interesting projects. So, might be busy, but it seems like you might be able to get some fun out of it, uh, at least. That's something. I was doing this. Let's get one more giant light bulb in here. Light bulb slash glass ornament something. How many curls? 4 curls. So, if I should say anything technical about what I'm doing. As you notice, the style I have when I sketch out things is I use very, very short lines and don't follow through right away. That way it's easier for me to go in and change something afterwards, either with an eraser or just by, you know, taking something and making it into a shadow instead of an actual line or something like that. Oh, I love D&D. D&D is always awesome. Oh, I should draw a Christmas dragon as well. My go-to. I don't know what to draw. I'll draw a dragon. So let's see if this is the top of the tree. Now I really wish this piece of paper was bigger. Maybe I should just scan it and work on it later, because I was just having an idea about someone, you know, holding on to the branch here, and then he's trying that as a lifeline or something like that. And then like an angel at the top of the tree. I usually draw my character smaller, but I wanted it to be at least slightly visible to you what I'm doing, so I have to kind of have a certain size, but I can draw like the outlines of the idea, like like the top of a Christmas tree has like these funny like pre-stages for cones or something, and then on the top of that you would have like here, this is like the tiptoe feet of an angel. There's one foot in front of the other, and then like a skirt here. And then the drawing would continue up here, so I can't do that right away, but like I said, I can just sketch it in. If I didn't do this on the pad, I could do like just, you know, put more paper on it. But I'll work with this later. It's a pretty good start of an idea. Let's flip the pad and start out on another Christmas idea. Just drawing stuff. Oh, is talking about dragons on the bingo card, Welshie? Is that why bingo is suddenly mentioned? Or was it like, I love dragons? Or I haven't even seen the bingo cards you've made up. So let's see, let's place the paper. Let's imagine this is one big Christmas card and try to center something on that. So there's always like, you know, the romantic Christmas card is always like a hit. So I could do one of those. You know, you have these tiptoe kissing angels or something. In this case, I'm gonna make them into once again my tiny Christmas creatures, because that's what I do. These are like, again, just tiny outlines of what I'm doing, and their hats nonetheless. And the idea is they're like tiptoeing, so it's going to be like the innocent little kiss thingy. So Let's just see how that works out. And as you can see, like right now, it's pretty standard unisex characters I'm working with when I'm doing this, because at least so far, you can always choose what sex you want your kissing characters to be. So far, they're just like supposed to look a little bit sweet. Tony mentions dragons. Yeah, I knew. Well, I do like dragons. So if it's like she mentions it twice, you can check it once more. Don't make that into a drinking game. I'll just do like an entire section just about dragons. So I'm going to do like the arm that's, what can you say, towards the camera here, towards you. It's going to be like backwards. This is like waistline area. It's the constant challenge of chatting while drawing. So they have like their little hats here again. So I'm going to be like a bit like a flamingo actually, with one leg going like behind the other, kind of. See, it's kind of trying to do like a mirrored image here, of course. And if it's a girl, of course, you can want to illustrate that by drawing in a skirt or something. Right here I'm just doing like long sleeved thingy here. Slightly t-shirt look. Oh, hi Eric. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing doodles today. Christmas inspired doodles, like motifs for Christmas cards and stuff like that, or greeting cards, seasonal thingies. So now, to make it even winterier, I could be like, oh, I want them to be ice skating too. So I could like put in this, just, you know, to be like, oh, this is definitely extremely wintry, and then do like old style curly front skates like that. See? Extremely wintry. Well, I'm personally doing quite fine, Eric. Relaxing, been watching some Friends, season 1. Just relaxing. So while you've been stressing out about your studies, I've been hanging around relaxing. So at least we both have something to do, though I'd rather be a bit more stressed and have some more to do, and you'd probably rather be relaxing a bit more, Karen. Oh, I'm a bit sniffly though, so thinking I might have caught one of those really nice autumn winter thingies, but hopefully it gets better soon. See how this is kind of turning into something. Let's see if this continues back there with then you're gonna have that part there. Let's see, like that. The more it's like that, the better. As you might have spotted, this is not like the first time I've drawn these these specific things. It's a season to be jolly, and when I was young and as anyone else a poor student, it was a good way to like give something personal for the holidays without having any money. You could make like a personal Christmas card or birthday cards or anything card really. So the other arm, I think, is going to be like there. So we have like this. Again, not perfect proportionally, but it's like the general idea is there. Yeah. 10 minutes. Well, it's like a lot of time spent doodling when I was younger kind of led to this. So yeah, I hope I'm not having a real cold. I think I'm hopefully it's just like short sniffles a day or two or something like that. That's what I'm counting on. I'm horrible at being sick. So like this, and if we want to make it even more adorable, what do we need? We need maybe just, you know, maybe there should be like some writing somewhere. This is after all supposed to be like a card, and I really want this to be like centered, so I think I'm going to do like a big heart. Like that. Not everything has to be like cool and awesome. Some things can sometimes just be cute and adorable because it's Christmas and I like that things are sometimes just cute and adorable, especially with the year we've all been having. So, like that, I think that's pretty okay heart. Let's just trim it a little bit here. Um, there we go. Yeah, holding hands, both because it's cute and because they're ice skating, so it makes everything easier. So if I do like, now if I say like, this could be point of reference, this is like the ice they're skating on. Cut this there, so move that away. And then make sure edit in some text somewhere as well, like, I don't know. Someone come up with a good text for this one. Simple or highly detailed. That's also like, you know, depending what you're in the mood of making, because when I was younger and spent a lot of time drawing, I did a lot of these pieces where you spend like 60 to 70 hours with ink work, just, you know, drawing textures. So like every time I did something, instead of just doing like a simple outline like this, so I kind of captured the idea, everything in this would be like fully textured. And the end result of this might end up this way. But now I kind of like to get the idea down and then maybe get more than one idea down, so I have something to choose from, and then go in afterwards and work on the detail. So temper and style, and like, yeah, some of my most detailed work started out being like phone doodles. You know, you just have a pad and near you, and you start like doing something, or like just drawing frames for no reason whatsoever. But I think that everything, all drawing is like good drawing, if you can say that. I mean, of course, there's a difference between whether you're just drawing for fun or if you're doing something like you're getting paid for. I mean, I've done that a few times where I drew some theater posters per order. And I thought that was extremely stressful because it was like, oh my God, you have to actually kind of hit a target when you do it. While when I'm just drawing like this, I just do it because it's like, oh, that's a cute idea, or I like the symmetry of this, or there's something in it somehow. Let's see, I could also say like, take that away and then make this like part of a fence of tiny hearts. Let's just draw some more hearts, just so I have something to do. It's about, you know, with the detailed thingy, you just stuff in often more of the same, and then you elaborate on it. And I think everybody who draws have like favorite shapes that they return to. That's like a common part of their doodle work, or what you'd say. So I drawn a lot of hearts because I've had like a lot of friends that had me draw Valentine cards and cards for weddings and stuff like that. Oh, I know. One of these should, of course, be like paper heart, like a Christmas decoration, maybe. I can do that in another drawing. Right now, it was kind of ruined the style of the hearts I've chosen to make. Otherwise, I had to like. Well, I could do this perhaps. Well, let's try it out. So that might be a point there. 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 This is like, you know, a braided paper heart I'm trying to draw in here. Maybe I just shouldn't do that. I already got it out of whack. Well, I can fix that later. Decide whether I want to do that or not. So that's one more outline for like a classic Christmas card. Yeah, your favorite shape is the dodo shape. I think we know that one. Oh yeah, it's fun working with all the different kinds of digital artwork as well. You can say some people are like, oh, that's like two totally different things, but and in some ways I guess it is. Like I can't do like Control C and undo. I mean, I have an eraser, but paper will only be erased so many times before everything looks horrible. But then again, I do like the control I have. I like the, you know, it's like the tool you already know. It will always be like special to you, I guess. So, one more Christmas-like thingy. What should I draw this time? Oh, I don't know. Does any of you have like these lights where you count down to Christmas, like candles? I think I'm gonna draw one of those. It's one of those like classic images from holiday cards here. So you have like candle. It's usually as a part of a decoration, and then you'll have like all the dates through December on it. So you're gonna end out on the 24th down here. These candles has been the reason for many a Christmas fire. So be careful if you have some of these around your house. Personally, I do love them, but my cats are a bit too curious about open flames, so oh, hope you've been enjoying playing then, Red One. I've spent quite a bit of time in World of Warcraft myself. Recreational holiday in virtual reality, just for fun. Might use a month or two more with World of Warcraft this time around. Kind of like some of the changes they made, but let's see about that. That could lead to one more of my awesomely boring World of Warcraft fishing streams, or World of Warcraft Tony Cat's tourist guide streams, where we just like fly over stuff and I talk about it. I should call them like uneventful gaming. So the idea with these candles, if you don't know them, is of course that every day through December you burn the candle a little bit as a countdown to Christmas Eve, which in Denmark is the 24th of December. I'm not really sure why it's different here than in the US and what day everyone else is like celebrating, but we've got the 24th. Let's see, get a candle wick in there. Oh, have a good day, Karen. Good to have you come by. Always nice to see some new people. So this is like the drippy candle thingy here. Oh, no, I can't. Ah, God damn it. Just as I thought this is going okay, instead of like going from the 20th to the 19th, I'm starting on a new 2. I need to be a 1. A 1. God damn it. Like that. And then like a... Let's get that to cover a bit of that. Well, it's a good thing it isn't ink I'm working with. That can in some ways be rectified, but is a lot more unforgiving. We call them, like, directly translated calendar candles. So and then they're usually in like some decoration where this is a bit like a Disney style candle stub. Yeah, exactly. So you get like this kind, and then you got another one that's like split in 4 for the, like the last 4 Sundays before Christmas or something like that. And then there's usually tiny decorations on it. In this case, let's just stick with the hearts from before. That's like accepted Christmas thingy and a star, because those are like shapes that I'm used to drawing, so those are easy. Stars and hearts. And once again, I'm not worrying too much if there's like a few details that's not going to work out, because I'm probably going to do like pull it into a GIMP and work with it in there. This is just like Christmas doodling. Yeah, exactly, Binky. Exactly. Those Advent thingies. Sometimes there's like, I was thinking about doing that. We have this tradition where people kind of gather and do like paper ornaments together. Oh, you want a cat in it? Let's see if I can make a passable kitty. A little bit of a kitty. So that's going to be kitty somehow. No, I think the ears needs to be more like that. Yeah, definitely. Tiny kitty. Like that. And then like tiny puffy kitten chest. There we go. Kitty. Of course it should have some whiskers so everybody can see how this is dangerous. Could burn your whiskers, tiny kitty. Because that is what happens. Remember... Oh, thank you for the host, Welchie. Let's see, so... I think we need like body language suggesting that this is really interesting. Because that's what kitty thinks when they sees candles. It's like, okay, that's really, really interesting. So there we go. That's like, see? It's definitely seen the light. Let's draw in here once. Like that. Well, I remember when we still thought that you could like have cats and candles. And one of our cats, it smelled kind of funny, and then when I checked the fur down like the side of the cat, it was like definitely shorter than it had been before. So it's just been like walking up against the flame because it was nice and cozy and warm. So I do not recommend combining cats and and candles. Not a match. Not a match. So this is not a suggestion to do that. And There's always like some ornamental beads on some giant ribbon around these things. So let's do a little bit of that. And usually a big bow or something as well, so let's do that just because. This reminds me of that really funny commercial I've been seeing on Facebook with the room full of all this Christmas stuff, and then all the cats waiting to come in and kind of bashing Christmas decorations around. And I mean, I think it's a cat food commercial or something like that, but yeah, exactly, Candy Gambler. That's the thing about cats and candles. Yeah. Oh, you're dual wielding cat chats. That's pretty well done. Like there weren't enough cat chat on the internet. Well, I'm just glad I'm not the only crazy cat person present. So we have Kitty here. This might not be as much of a Christmas card as just, you know, Christmas drawing of a kitty, because someone said kitty. So there we go. Take that as a lesson. Don't say kitty in chat unless you want pictures of tiny kittens. Yeah, I'm pretty much an all animal person as well. I don't have a lot of problem with animals. Sometimes I have some problems with owners that doesn't train their animals to be nice social animals. But the animals themselves is usually not the issue. Let's do some more Christmas stuff just to make it uneven. Yeah, let's put this with some more standard Christmas thingy. Like that. Just to keep to the theme. Christmassy thingies. Well, it's starting to go a little bit beyond a doodle, but that's okay. It's a pretty neat drawing anyway. Let's do this. Just to show there's a little bit of action going on. Not because I learned a lot of my drawing from copying cartoons, comic books. Let's do like really nice. Well, I was going to do like a nice place setting, but that's not going to work anyway. So I think we're just about done with this one for now, and then I can move on and do some other weird Christmassy doodle. Well, it's a good thing that I draw fast, because since I don't draw as often as I do, or as long, can't sit down for as many hours as I used to, it better come out pretty darn quick. Luckily, that's what practice helps you do. And also, I had a lot of experience with speed drawing, working with kids and other impressionable people, because they absolutely love if you draw things that they suggest. Um, well, I think exactly, Candy Gambler. Anything that that works for you, any tool that kind of inspires you to just get something done is a good tool. Um, I of course had like I didn't really know who drew a lot of the comic books that I read when I was younger. It was more like I just fell in love with the style in some of the pictures, and it was like anything from I remember I had a Lucky Luke period where I kept drawing these cartoony cowboys and ladies in that style, and I had my Marvel period, of course, where everything was like that. Marvel, that was a lot about working with angles, because I mean, Spider-Man and everybody's always like in some weird angle up the side of a wall or something like that. So fast drawing is, I'd recommend it to everyone. Also, like like right now, I talk to you, try to keep like a thread in what I'm talking about, and then I just draw something. In this case, apparently, because I talk about drawing, I'm doing a draw. So maybe that's what happened for Salvador Dali when he did all his famous drawer people. What do I know? Um, in this case, it would be like drawer in a dresser or something like that, a file cabinet, or bed. Any kind of things when you work with like perspective and shortening like this. So this could come out, or it could come out like a weird stall, like a cafeteria or something like that. Uh, Yeah, find people that something about what they do, the way they do it, that inspires you, and copy like the methods that you see they're using. Ask for advice. But I mean, like, I think most artists love talking about what they do. So it shouldn't be that hard getting getting a creative person to talk about one of their favorite occupations. So most creative people I've ever met have been like, yeah, really nice people when it came to stuff like that. For some reason, this became like a droopy flower on a table in some kind of diner. There's a window there, I think. Benches. Like a booth thingy going on. So yeah, you don't always have to plan ahead. Sometimes just draw something and see what kind of shows up. Oh, that looks more like a piano. Oh, never mind that. Neat piano bench. I think one of the important things is not to be afraid about just doing something randomly, because there's a lot of like what you call it, imposter syndrome going on in the artistic communities, because there's like, we have a tendency to compare what we do to what other people do, and most of us don't tend to compare ourselves to people who are like technically not at the stage. It's like we're always aiming upwards. We always compare ourselves to people who are like infinitely better. Like when I was a kid, I couldn't aspire to anything more cool than being able to draw the way my cousin could draw. And then when I got older, it was like, wait, my cousin might have been cool, but seriously, look at this stuff these comic book artists are drawing. And the thing is, it's like always in development when you're drawing. You'll probably never be like 100% happy with anything you're doing. Like, it's a little bit of shadow for that one there. Don't know why. Just wanted that. I've got a feeling there's a hidden sunset somewhere out behind this kind of sad looking cafeteria diner thingy. I mean, and everybody who's doing some kind of art form has some kind of like dream about what they'd really like to do. I always wanted to do, someday I really wish I could do like my very own graphic novel. The problem is that I've never gotten to the point where I've kind of gotten the idea and everything else together, because ideas changes all the time. So keeping stuck on one idea and then doing that one, that's kind of my big challenge in all of this, because I naturally tend to just skip along and then change to something else, because art is not really like work for me. It's like just a hobby where I do stuff, exploring things a little bit. This reminds me a little bit of when I was a kid. There was like this restaurant on the ferry where you could like view all the water out there. Have like the deck of the ship. Huh, funny. Yeah, graphic novel would be cool, but I'm also gotten to the stage of acceptance that I might never actually do a graphic novel, and that's okay too. I can just have fun doing all this stuff. And if someday I make something awesome, well, that's awesome. And it's also pretty okay if I don't, because on the road to maybe making something, at least I'm getting better at this, and having fun with this, having fun with people. So that's a big part of it as well. That is not very Christmassy, unless you're thinking like sad, sad Christmas. So let's flip the paper. You can always go to like blank piece of paper. And let's see. Well, I've done pretty good. An hour and 15 minutes. So that might just be it for the day. Let's just flip back and look at the little things we got made. I'm actually pretty happy about this this kitty drawing. I think this is going to be made into to something. Might even combine it. This one is pretty cute as well. Very standard, but pretty cute. This one I might actually combine with that one, because the idea of this one trying to kind of catch the cat, there's something fun about that. Just can't be with like the light bulb there, so I might work on that one as well. So pretty okay for a little bit over an hour. So yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that. Well, that's how it is Candy Gambler, if it's not if you want really seriously committed artists, what you usually do is you have some kind of agreement about payment of some kind, because that's one of the few things that will make us really, really focus on something and get really paranoid about getting it done, because the rest of the time the world is full of projects to get distracted by. Yeah, Dark Winter Dreams, that's what I'm working on as well, not worrying about the quality about what I'm doing as much as whether I'm just having fun and expressing some stuff that I'm having fun with it, you know. Do phone doodles. Just make sure you have a bigger pad, so if you do like a nice doodle, you can kind of expand on it later, you know. Sometimes when I was younger and wanted to just challenge myself, I'd just start out by, you know, doing some kind of weird doodle like that, and then the challenge is try to figure out to make this into a drawing. Because if you start out with something that's already messed up, you know from the beginning this is not going to be perfection. And then you just go in and start looking at, okay, what did I do here? Is there any of these shapes I can kind of work with? But that's like an entire stream in and of itself. I could do a stream like that at some point too. Well, it's the drive to be better at stuff that usually keeps us at it. I mean, I have no other reason to keep on drawing than the fact that I really, really want to be a lot better at drawing, and that's not going to stop anytime soon. See what happened here? When I don't know what I'm looking for, there's always going to be a dragon somewhere. So here's a dragon, because why not a dragon? A bit more cartoony dragon, but still a dragon. See, that's the start of a picture. This could be water and a sunset. This could be all kinds of stuff. Yeah, like I keep trying to say, I'm just about done for the day. So I'm going to say thank you to everybody for hanging out with me as usual. It's been amazing that people is showing up, having fun, hanging out in my little clubhouse on the internet. I definitely appreciate it and have a reason to keep coming online doing this. So see you again. Hopefully I'll be back to regular Monday streams again if real life doesn't get in the way as it decided to do this week. If nothing else, you know what it's like. I'll post it on Twitter, I'll post it in Facebook, and I'll keep you all oriented. So wave goodbye for tonight with this overexposed hand, and see you again soon. Bye.